Today we're going to talk about the #1 item you should not lose at basic training, guys. But without further ado, let's get to it. What is up, guys? So like I just said, we're gonna be talking about the item that you do not want to lose at basic training, because if you do, you're probably going to get fucked with really hard and just have the dog shit smoked out of you. And I'm telling you, you do not want this to happen, right? It's horrible. But for those of you that are new here, my name is Ben Allen. I did 4 years active duty Army, got out September 2019, did the civilian thing for a little bit, and then joined the reserves. I've been in the reserves now for about 1.5 years, so I have knowledge on active duty, on the reserves. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can hit me up on my Instagram at Ben_Allen175. It's the best possible place to reach me. Be sure to like this video. It really helps out the channel, helps us grow. And speaking of growing, we're trying to hit 100K subscribers here on the channel in the next 6 months. So I need your all's help, guys. If you're getting ready to join the Army, basic training, you want info about 68 whiskey, going to your first duty stations, all that stuff, I post that content here. So smash the subscribe button, help us reach our goal of 100K. It takes 2 seconds to hit the button, right? But with all that said, let's go ahead and jump straight into the topic, right? So you guys are probably wondering, oh, well, what's the item? Is it my uniform? Is it my camelback? Is it my Sharpie? No, guys, this is going to be your SI, right? So this is your sensitive items. And what I mean by this is like anything they issue you from the arms room. Typically whenever you go to a range, or you're doing like a night land nav course, or if you're doing like, you know, any just kind of like nighttime events, right? So what's considered like SI? Well, for one, your weapon. And we're going to talk about that because that is the #1 item you do not want to misplace, lose, or, you know, just have anything happen to really at basic training, because it is a world of hurt, guys. I'm telling you, so many bad things will happen to you if you lose this item. So if you're doing any like night land nav or any type of night training, they're gonna give you your nods, right? So these are like your night vision goggles, and you do not want to lose this. Best thing to like help mitigate losing this specific item is take some 550 cord or string, whatever you may have around, and tie it, you know, tie it to the actual item itself, and tie it to your ACH, just so if it does fall off for whatever reason, it'll still be hanging off by your ACH, your helmet, when you're using it. That's what we do in, you know, the active duty Army. You know, you can get some like chicken wire, you can like make sure it's real connected on there. That'll help you with that, right? You do not want to lose that, because losing anything that is pretty much like SI related is a bad time in general, right? Because either you're gonna have to pay for it, or your commander is gonna get screwed. Like, it's just the whole big deal, right? And this is why you do not want to lose that. But moving on to the big bad, right? Your weapon, whether it's the M4, M16, M9. But chances are, if you're in basic training, you're going to be using the M4 or the M16, and you do not want to lose this, guys, because one, say you lose it and somebody finds it, you know, what are they going to do with it? Like, if say you lose it with ammo in it at a range, right? Nobody's tracking this thing, somebody's got it, you know, that could equal horrible like outcomes, you know, to come. If anybody that picks it up, you know, has like malicious intent to use this weapon, you don't want them to go in like shooting up, you know, the barracks and all that stuff, because they're having a bad time at basic training. They don't know how to handle it, all that type of stuff. You know, maybe they're not mentally not all there. Also, if you lose it, right, you don't want to be held reliable, you know, for like paying for this weapon, right? Because, you know, active duty Army, if you're signed for it, they sign it to you, and from the arms room to your person, you lose that thing, you're paying for it. Like, it's a big deal. Like, they have shut down entire like military installations because of a lost weapon. Like, that's how serious it is, guys. They will literally have every single person in your basic training, you know, arms length apart, just walking back and forth throughout the area where you might have lost it, looking for this weapon. It's called like Hands Across America, because that's if they could make it across America, they would, looking for this weapon. You do not lose this thing, guys. It's a shitty time, right? And that's just, you know, like, you know, so 2 of the bad things that can happen, right? You know, somebody finds it, it has ammo in it, they you know, mass shooting happens, right? You don't want that, or you have to pay for it, or, you know, say you lose it and the drill sergeant finds it and they're just fucking with you at this point. They're like, where's your weapon, private? Like, how, like, what'd you do with it? Where's it at? And they know where it's at the entire time, and they're just like messing around with you. They're like smoking the dog shot at you. Oh, you want your weapon back? Okay, cool. You're gonna have to do, you know, 100 push-ups, 1,000 burpees, you know, just like for hours, because guys, like I'm telling you, you do not want to misplace this thing. It's a horrible time, and those are just some of the things that could happen to you. I know, for example, me personally, right, this happened to me. We were in Kuwait, and we had a tent, like it was a 60-man tent, and we had our weapons issued to us because we were doing a lot of maintenance on them or cleaning them. And I mistakenly left the tent, and I didn't ask anybody to watch it for me, right? Typically, because, you know, if you're just going to the restroom or something, cool, it's all right. You just have your battle buddy watch it. They're not leaving the tent. It's all good, right? I didn't do that. So I came back, and my weapon was gone. And my squad leader at the time, he was like, oh, hey, did you forget something? And I was like, oh, shit. And what he did is he took it apart and he gave a piece to, like, you know, certain individuals in the tent that were also in our platoon, but I didn't know they were like also in my platoon. He just said he gave it to other people. So I had to embarrassingly go around the tent asking, oh, hey, do you have like a part of my weapon, until I was able to put it all back together. And then I got the dog shit smoked out of me for doing that. I'll tell you what, I've never forgotten my weapon, left my weapon, or trusted anybody else with my weapon from that day forward. That was my private rookie mistake. I should have known better. That's 100% on me. And looking back, I definitely deserved that smoking, because I would do the same shit. You know, one of my soldiers did that because it works, guys. I'm telling you, like, I've never forgotten a weapon, misplaced anything after that point in time. Same thing happened to my other buddy. He lost his weapon. And you know, he got the dog shit smoked out of him. They didn't like take it apart or give it away. And you've seen it on the news. You've seen it like on Military Times, Army What the Fuck. Like I think it was like a group of Marines. They lost like 3 weapons or whatever. They lost a few weapons, and they were out there for days, for weeks, looking for these weapons. It is no joke. So I'm telling you, if you can just, you know, be accountable for your gear and basic, you will avoid all these issues, guys. It is something you do not want to happen to you because it's just a shitty time, really. And those are the biggest things. The weapon, for sure, is the #1 thing you do not want to lose. Other things, you know, it's just stuff that you're supposed to have on you, right? These are kind of like the little bonus tips, I guess you could say. But you might have a blue book, right? They'll say, oh, keep this book on you at all times. It has like all the Army information, the Army values, you know, all that stuff that you can get tested on. You don't want to lose that. And just inspectable items as well, you know, your dog tags and your CAC card, or you know, your CAC, right? Because its card is in the CAC, right? But anyway, so, you know, your ID card that you get issued to you like at reception, and also your dog tags, right? Those are big, that they help identify you. And typically when you're in formation, they do inspections like that. They're like, oh, hold out your dog tags, hold out your CAC, like, let me see both. Okay, cool, but got them, boom, and you're good. So those are just a couple extra things you don't want to lose at basic training, because the CAC is kind of, it's a process to replace. You know, it's not super hard, but it's just an inconvenience, and it'll waste your time and take you away from training for a little bit. Your dog tags, also the same deal. It's just a hassle to get new ones, so it's better that you don't lose them in the first place. But that's the video, guys. Make sure you keep accountability of your weapon, because it'll save you a lot of heartache and you know, push-ups probably in basic training. If you just keep a good eye on it, you don't lose it, you'll be fine. But be sure to like this video if you took anything away from it. Let me know down in the comment section, what other basic training topics do you want me to cover? What are your questions? Whether it's about, you know, basic AIT, OSIT, 68 whiskey, going to your first duty station, all that fun stuff, let me know. I'm here to create content for you guys. I'm trying to hit 100K subscribers here on YouTube in the next 6 months, and I need your all's help to do it. Take 2 seconds to smash that subscribe button, guys. That's all it takes. Hit the button. Just hit it right now. Just go for it. All right, cool. You hit it. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Ben Allen fam. I appreciate it. And yeah, hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions. Ben_Allen175. It's the best possible place to reach me. Shoot me a question. I'll try to get back to you within a week. And with that said, guys, thank y'all so much. I will see y'all in the next one. Later.